Hey everybody, how y'all doing out there? Everybody doing all right tonight? It's 8 o'clock and it's time once again for Frontier Survival live stream on a Tuesday night. Hope everybody's doing all right. Looks like we already got a few people in the house. We got Mr. Mason LaChance, Bushcraft and Survival, young man who has started his own YouTube channel. I watched his first video there the other day, and I thought it was pretty decent. I really liked it. Really liked it pretty good. Got Luke Kennedy in the house. I guess this fella's from Florida. Talking about the weather there in Florida. Yeah, looks like he's saying back to the 70s Thursdays, then drop again amid another front this weekend. So things are looking all right there. Mr. Wolves Den Outdoors. Looks like you changed up the name a little bit. That's all right, no problem with that. How you doing there, Rick? Good to see you. Got 3 people in the house with us already. Looks like things are going to move up here in just a little while. I'm sure they will. We'll get a few more people in here. But just wanted to do a little live stream here on a Tuesday night and see how things are going with everybody. Things are going on right here in good old East Kentucky. Got a little blanket of snow over our part of the world here last night, and still got some on the ground. Temps were pretty down today, and none of it really melted off. But everything is a-okay. But what's going on with everybody out there? So what's Mr. Mason there? He said he seen something there where he was talking about dropping a new video. I told you everybody I seen his first one, and everything looked pretty good there. There it is. He says he's doing good. He's got another video that he just hit upload on, so it'll be up in just a little while. So if you're all not subscribed to Mason, go out there and hit that, look him up there and support him, subscribe to him, and leave a comment on his video, so that subscribe will stick and all, and things will look up for him. Just starting out on his YouTube journey, so there you have it. Mr. Luke said he is jealous of the snow. Well, I tell you what, don't be jealous, because we get plenty of it here. I know you don't get much down there in Florida. None at all. Maybe every now and again it might snow oranges. I don't know. But, hey, there's my buddy, Zach of Half Pace Outdoors and Homestead. He says, hey, Frontier, hey, everyone. So there you have it. Zach, how you doing? Has Sarah had that baby yet? Things going all right there? Mr. Archer will be arriving soon. There you go, Wolves Den. StreamYard is decent. It's not bad. Streamlabs, StreamYard, it's all pretty good. Either way, some people like Streamlabs, some people like StreamYard, some people just use the YouTube ability to stream. But there you go, Mr. Kennedy, Luke Kennedy, born in Vermont, and snow. I'm kind of curious, Luke. Not really seen you in the live streams much. I might have missed you here and there. How did you get word of this live stream through Facebook, or how'd that come about there? Zach with HPO is saying, we are good, no baby yet. We are going live tomorrow evening for a baby update since so many people are waiting. All right, that sounds good. It's been a few days since you've done a live, ain't that right, Zach? It seems like I always look forward to your lives with the home stream or the Homestead live stream. That's something great. Oh, there you go, Facebook. That's what I'm looking for. Some people say that Facebook's not a good way to maybe promote your channel, but in some ways it might be. So there you have it. thanks for stopping by. And if you're not subscribed to the Frontier Survival channel, do so. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit all, and all these videos will come your way.
Make his dreams come true.
Old Rick said he's going to be there, Zach. All right.
Good night.
What time are you going live, Zach? Tomorrow day?
Good night.
Yeah, it's been about a week. Wanted to take 2 weeks off, but we have a couple things we need to bring to our homestead crowd tomorrow. Hey, I understand. That's no problem. I mean, a week is a good little vacay away from things, and sometimes a person can get burnt out. I don't do enough streaming or enough content out there. If I can get one video a week, I'm doing good, whether it be a live stream or an edited video. And I told myself I'm going to do my best to get better at that, at least do a couple. But if I can do at least one something a week, then I'm doing all right. But anyway,
Tell me good night.
what's that, honey? My wife was saying something to me there. Couldn't understand what she said. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. What? What? All right, hey, sorry about that. Had to take a little quick pause there to ask the wife something. She had hollered at me or said something to me there, and I didn't exactly see what she said. But now I'm back, so how's everybody doing tonight? I think I've already asked that, but I wanted to treat this as just a stream. You know, we can talk about the outdoors if that be, or we can talk about anything. You know, the only thing we won't talk about is politics and religion and her. But anyway, you know, mostly politics and religion. I always like to steer away from that. It don't really, you know. But anyway, if you like to talk about any type of outdoor topic or any topic whatsoever, feel free to, we'll discuss it. We'll do anything. If you got a question, I'll try to give you an answer. We can do this as a Q&A sort of thing. Just seeing, just throwing things out there and just trying to get a good live stream going. Looks like we got 5 in the house. That's pretty good. Oh, well, yeah. That was something I wanted to discuss about the knife. Not really a story to it. He's a channel here on YouTube. Look him up. Bushcraft Rebel is the channel name, and I think his name is Aaron Logan, if I'm not mistaken. But Bushcraft Rebel, he's a knife maker, and he approached me. He commented on one of my videos and just said for me to PM him, and you know, he had a proposition for me, and he wanted to make me a knife. And if you know, I threw some of his videos out there and shared them on Facebook and this, that, and the other. So you can either go to his channel or find that link that I shared on Facebook and check out. He done couple, 2 or 3 videos of the knife, a little series, showing him forging it out, and then the second video was, putting a handle on it, and it's a handle made out of cedar, and it's a high carbon steel knife. It's not a huge knife, but it's a fixed blade, and it's full tang, and it's got a 90-degree spine, and it almost looks more like a kitchen knife than anything, or some type of food processing knife. But I seen him baton with it in his video, and it worked pretty good. And not that I baton a lot with my knives, but it's good to have one that can baton, I guess, if the need arises. But he made it for me more or less free of charge. He is supposed to be in the live stream tonight. Not sure if he's going to make it or not. He said he had to work, but everything. He says he's going to send it to me this weekend. As far as mailing it out, it's going to be shipping this weekend, and I should receive it sometime next week. And I plan on doing some type of video, maybe out in the woods, in the forest, just using it. Maybe process some wood with it, this, that, and the other, and see how well it does. See if it'll strike a ferro rod and whatnot, and just discuss him and throw his name out there and help him out. And I guess that's all he really wanted in return of him making me the knife. I'm no substantial channel by any means, but I guess he just liked my content, and he said, I want to make this guy a knife. I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of how he put it, but that's the story. Aaron Logan is his name. His channel is Bushcraft Rebel, and that's mostly any of the videos I've seen. I've not scrolled down too far down his list, but most of the videos I've seen are him making knives. But I guess he likes bushcraft, and he kind of likes being in the woods, and is somewhat of an outdoorsman, I would imagine. And he made me a knife. He's going to send it to me, or at least that's what he's saying. There you go. Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much for posting that link there. There's his link, everybody. If you want to check that out, give him a subscribe, comment on his video, this, that, and the other. Mr. Zach is telling Mason that he's a fan of tomahawks, and that is true. I have watched a lot of Zach's content, and he talks a lot about tomahawks. The lightweight and my use doesn't quite require a full-on axe. That's correct. And I'm not used to tomahawk, but I would imagine that I wouldn't mind using one. Or I got a small hatchet that I use. It's a Schrade Skax hatchet, and it does pretty good. I've gotten that a while back, and I need to do some type of gear review on it. Seems like my channel may be going towards the gear review thing. I noticed a lot of my views on any type of gear review. I've gotten more views on gear review content than anything. But it's good to mix it up a little bit and throw some bushcraft skills in there, some survival knowledge and gear reviews and these live streams, and just throw it all into one package. And I've been thinking, not that I'm trying to copy Mr. Zach or nothing, but my wife and I have been thinking about homesteading for a long time. And we've had chickens before, but we haven't, haven't had them in a while, but I still have an old chicken coop out back that we could restore somewhat and get chickens again. And we already do somewhat homesteading. I mean, my wife and I, we raise a garden every year, and we can our own vegetables and this, that, and the other. We make tomato juice and pickles and stuff like that. So we've already kind of into it. But being from Kentucky, and East Kentucky especially, it's always been somewhat of a way of life for a lot of East Kentuckians anyway. And of course a lot of people throughout the country, don't get me wrong. But to me, homesteading is just getting back to the old ways, more or less. But so anybody got any other questions or anything? Throw them out there if you will. What's let's see what Mason here is saying. Mason has a kukri machete that he really likes. I have used it in my videos, and a kukri is a decent knife. And even though it is somewhat of a machete, I guess you'd say, a kukri blade, if you look it up, was somewhat of a fighting knife. I can't remember what country that is, but they used the kukris to fight with. And I know a lot of people are kind of iffy on the show Alone, and I am too. You know, that stuff's halfway staged. I mean, they can't be alone all the time. They have to come back and bring their footage in so they can edit the show each week. So, but anyway, Alan Kay, which is I believe he is a legitimate survivalist type outdoorsman. He won the very first season of Alone, and if you ever watched that, that's what he brought with him was a kukri, and he even used a kukri to carve with. I mean, I think he carved spoons and everything while he was there, and you can do some fine, delicate detail with a kukri. Who else we got in here? Jay and the Sticks is making a knife for you. Is that correct, Zach? I like Jay and the Sticks. I've watched a lot of his content, and me and him have something in common. You know, he works on towboats and barges, and I used to. That's a different lifestyle. It really is. Being gone for a month at a time, and the most time you get to be home for a month, but it's not just a job, it's a way of life. It's almost a lifestyle, or becomes one, because after 30 days up at home, you're packing a bag to have enough stuff to be away for 30 days. And it seems almost like you're living out of a bag all your life, because when you get home, you don't really unpack your bag because it's the stuff you're going to take with you. And you kind of have enough socks that you always take with you, enough undergarments to always take with you, and just enough to stay at home as well. And just kind of, when you're home, you're not living out of the bag, and when you're on the boat, you don't live out of the bag. But because I always unpack my stuff, because we have places to put our clothes on the boat. That's just how I looked at it. Let's see, Mr. Mason, he is saying, yeah, I have a kukri machete. We already established that. Okay. Most tomahawks suck. Yeah, I've not really used one, so I guess if I ever do try to get one, I'll try to search them out and find the one that don't suck. Look there. MB Heritage Farms. A great homestead channel there. I appreciate you stopping by. It's, I really enjoyed your live streams there, and thank you very much for stopping by. That's right, Half Pace. Jay is awesome to camp with. Well, I can't say that's right. I don't know that he's awesome to camp with. I guess you camp with him. That's good to know, though. Mason is saying, Luke Kendi, yeah, I like my hammock, but I was talking more survival shelters. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to be able to learn to build a debris shelter of some sort, or any type of shelter. It's good to carry a tarp with you in the woods. I mean, you can do all kinds of tarp configurations and have a shelter. A-frame, a lean-to, different things, plow point. But just being able to be in the woods and somehow you lose all your gear, or what gear you brought with you, and your tarp was in there, you don't have a tarp, then it's always good to be able to look around, find dead standing, or find dead trees, or, God forbid you don't have anything to cut anything down with, so that would be something you'd have to use, and, build you some type of lean-to. Find you a dead standing, throw it in the fork of a tree, then throw you some debris down the side of it. You got you a place to get in and hunker down. You know, throw you some leaves on there to make it more waterproof. And pray to the good Lord that He helps you out. But, no, you're very welcome, MB, MB Heritage Farms. I appreciate you for stopping by. I really do. That's right, tarp and debris. So, Mr. Kennedy, Luke Kennedy, I'll call you Luke. I guess you're into wilderness survival, bushcraft, outdoorsy type person. That's right, Wolf's Den, carry a tarp, make a lean-to or teepee. I mean, having a tarp is always good, or a hammock of some sort. Something light. I mean, you know, a tarp don't weigh much. You know, even an 8x8 tarp, it was plenty big enough. When I do my lean-to on a tarp, though, and I got my ridge line, I like to, after I stake it out in the back, I like to drape it over at least like one grommet, so I have an area where it's draped over and then stuck out a little bit, like a little bit of an overhang. That's how I like to do it. That's right, it's a journey, no doubt about it. Got 6 people in the house. I do know that my buddy Caribou Country Outdoors, I think, he was live streaming earlier, so we got some people in there. I hope he didn't get upset with me. I kind of threw it out there that I was going to be live streaming on his live stream. You know, I learned from a guy that told me one time that you got to shamelessly self-promote yourself, and I agree with that totally. And of course, Zach knows the gentleman I'm talking about, and who knows, he might be lurking around and not saying much in the chat. But yeah, shamelessly self-promote, whether it be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, it being YouTube being a part of social media anyway, it's just what you got to do. You know, if you're doing a YouTube channel and you want to gain those subscribers and that watch time, then you know you got to self-promote yourself. Tom Keltish and Everything Outdoors, good evening to you. Glad you stopped by. Now, if there's a channel I like to watch, Mr. Tom Keltish, that's a great channel. If you're in the outdoors, I think Tom does a lot of trapping videos, if I'm not mistaken. This, that, and the other, hunting. Really appreciate you, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. But, yeah, you got to shamelessly self-promote, or at least that's how I believe. I mean, some people do not do that, and some people only have 30 subscribers. But, you know, it's just that. I mean, there was a time when I only had 30, and I still don't have a lot. I mean, I'm not even at 500. But I'm thankful for where I'm at. I am. But you can't get there by being thankful. You got to promote yourself. You really do. And some people do it so well that they gain 100 or 200 subscribers before they ever drop a video, before they ever upload a video. They've already got 200 subscribers. I don't know how they do that, but you know, no content whatsoever. But they promoted themselves so well that they got that many subscribers before they even, you know, premiere or release anything. That's right, Zach. Promote everywhere. And you're right, Tom does make great content. Yep, real life vids. Yeah, thanks so much for everybody that's already showed up so far. We got 7 in the house. We appreciate everybody. Like anybody that showed up soon. I just figured we would, this live stream, you know, we usually talk a little bit about the outdoors and things. I was going to have this live stream devoted to talking about whatever it might be. But we may want to stay away from religion and politics. I mean, you know, that's kind of a rule. But you know, if you got something that you just can't take it no more, and you want to throw it out there and it has to do with those topics, then you know, no big deal. Go ahead. But you know, for the most part, stay away from those topics. But of course, if you got a question for me, whether it pertains to the outdoors, and I'm no expert, but I'll try to answer it if I can to my best of my ability. But any type of question, about my lifestyle, my upbringing, my background, throw it at me, and I'll answer it the best I can. I'm going to try to go at least an hour here on this live stream, if we can. And we've already done almost 30 minutes, so we're going pretty good. Mason LaChance, you still in the house, young man? When I say young man, this fella is just 13, I believe he said. Is that right, Mason? If you're still around with us, you said you were 13, if I'm not mistaken? And that's great to be that young. And I've seen a lot of people, this younger generation, that do not do anything in the outdoors. Now I got some people, some young kids in my area, in my hometown, that like to hunt, deer hunt, and maybe rabbit hunt and fish and stuff like that, and that's great. But they only do that, during the season or during the times when a person can fish in the summer and whatnot. They don't, and so to be able to want to go outdoors at any chance you can get to build a shelter at 13 years old, this day and time, is remarkable, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's remarkable. Because there's a lot of kids out there that don't do that. And I apologize if I, don't get offended that I called you a kid, but you're 13, young man. But I don't know what anybody else thinks about that, but at 13 and want to be able to get out, and not just because he's putting this on YouTube, because he could be on YouTube and try to follow any type of niche that might be out there. But to want to do something in the outdoors when it comes to like bushcraft or wilderness survival is remarkable in my opinion. And that's just my 2 cents worth. Not sure what anybody else thinks about that. That's right, kids need to be in the dirt. And Zach, I'm not sure exactly how old you are. I guess you're probably in your 30s somewhere. So you're in and around my generation, more or less. And, that's how I was. I mean, and you don't get me wrong. I mean, as a kid, there were video games and stuff like that around. And I did play them. We had the Atari. And I'm 46, by the way. We had the Atari. And then later on, the Nintendo. Actually the Nintendo didn't come out till I was somewhat a teenager, and then the Super Nintendo. But and I played video games, but I was always outside, and most of the time it was working. I mean, we farmed tobacco when I was growing up, and raised gardens, and we had livestock all over the place. So I was working, but when I got a chance to go out in the woods, I was gone. I had my slingshot and a bottle of water. Well, actually, we didn't have bottled water then. I just had me some type of container of water. I think it was an old Army canteen with water. And what else did I have? I think that and a flashlight, just in case I got back, at dusk or almost dark. Mr. Travis Stacy, a fella from my hometown here in Morgan County, Kentucky. He's saying something. My in-laws have seen what they thought was a big cat, not bobcat, on their property. Have you seen trace of any big cats, mountain lions around your place? No. Travis, I have heard that there have been some spottings of mountain lions, cougars, whatnot, in this East Kentucky area. Not so much here in Morgan County. I thought it was more or less like towards places like, say, Pike County and maybe like Hazard, Kentucky, and places like that. But not so much here. But you never know. That could happen. your body is 32, so probably 97. Well, I understand that. I mean, and I could tell that too, Zach. I mean, I thought I thought I kind of knew you. Maybe you were around in your 30s as far as your age. I mean, but yeah, I know how things are with you. Well, I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with packing a compass too, but I mean, when I was a child, um, I don't know. I mean, I kind of had a good sense of direction, really, and I would throw some markers out there somehow. I mean, I did have a little pocket knife in my pocket, so sometimes I'd do a little carving on a tree or something like that. Find my way back. Mr. CR is in the house. Creative Redundancy. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Thank you also, Travis Stacy, for stopping by. Who else we got here with us? You didn't know how to use it? And I tell you what, I know how to use a compass a lot more than I did back in the day. But I tell you what, it was a learning experience for me to learn how to use it. Uh, I didn't learn how to use it. I mean, somewhat hands-on, but I used references to really use it. I really did. And I'm not talking about just a little button compass. I'm talking about a good lensatic compass. That's what you want, or some type of map compass. That's what you want. To actually get a bearing and coordinates and whatnot. Got 8 people with us right now. We're past the 30-minute mark. That's not bad. Anybody got any other questions? Anything you want to talk about? What's this? I missed this. Tom Keltish, he said, "I'm so happy my mom said no to video games when I was younger." I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I didn't play video games a lot at all. I mean, I tried them out more or less, and it was kind of like, I don't really like this. It's kind of funny, because kids nowadays, it's like they're engrossed in it. And maybe not all kids, don't get me wrong. Like Mr. Mason there, I don't know how he feels about video games, but just knowing that he likes to be in the woods that much at his age is great. Creative Redundancy, Mr. CR said he would like a new compass. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I got a good Army issue lensatic compass. Is what I got. Lensatic is how you say that. My East Kentucky accent sometimes gets in the way, but I'm trying to pronunciate a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I think those are the best. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes those map compasses, they call them, I don't know if they got more of a proper term. Sometimes people like them a little bit better too. But lensatic is my favorite one. I got a good book on wilderness navigation. I don't know if a lot of people have ever heard of Craig Caudill. You can find him on Facebook. And Travis might know this fella. He's actually from my home state here in Kentucky, but he has a school, and he lives in Winchester, Kentucky, Clark County, Kentucky, and it's called Nature's Reliance School. And it's just a school kind of like what Dave Canterbury has in Ohio with the Pathfinder School. But I don't think it goes so much deep in the bushcraft as Dave does, but he'll teach you different things, survival wise. And he's on Facebook, and then Nature's Reliance has a Facebook page. He's wrote books. That book about wilderness navigation. He's done a couple other books on gear, gear that you would want to carry with you in the woods, and this, that, and the other. But Craig Caudill, look him up. He's got a wealth of information. He has a podcast. Not sure if anybody has ever seen the YouTube channel called Ultimate Survival Tips, I think it's called. And that guy that hosts that channel, him and Craig have a podcast that they do together, and I think it's called the Survival Show or something like that. But you can find that on like Podcast One and different stuff. Right, the Rambo knife with the back saw edge and the compass on top. Yeah, everybody had one of those. Survival knives had the hollow end, and with some maybe some. I don't know if they were waterproof matches or not, but there were some matches in there, and maybe some fish hooks or something like that. Yeah, there you go. And screw the top and matches or whatnot inside. Yep, pretty cool. Yeah, I heard those were making a comeback or something like that. But they're made in China. They were probably made in China then too. But yeah, the Rambo knife or the big survival Bowie knife. It did have a cable saw in it. I couldn't remember that. Yeah, sometimes them cable saws are pretty good. I've used a couple of those in a pinch, and they'll cut down a limb. At least. I mean, they're pretty good, those cable saws are. Still got 7 people with us. So, Mason LaChance, you want to let us know a little bit about what your next video is about? Have you already done that? Not sure. I might have missed something in the chat. Oh, I didn't get to see this. Yeah, Mason said, don't get me wrong, I love playing Xbox and stuff, but that is for after dark. If the sun is up, I try to be outside. Well, I guess that's all right. That's a good balance anyway. And, you know, that kind of just goes back to your generation and maybe some generations before you where this technology kind of took over more or less. When technology, you know, when I was a kid, there wasn't even a cell phone. There was what they had, those old bag phones that people would have in their cars. I seen those sometime probably pre-teen era. About the time I was 12 or 13 is when I started seeing those. And, you know, nobody knew nothing about the internet. I didn't learn anything about a computer until I was a junior in high school. And that was the old MS-DOS system. So that's just more or less the generation. I mean, you know, technology is here and it's here to stay, I would say. And speaking about technology, for the first time ever, my Facebook page got hacked a couple of days ago. That's right. First time ever. I've had Facebook for, I guess, probably since 2006, 7, something like that. And I got hacked the other day. And all of a sudden my phone started dinging, getting all these notifications, and it was from Facebook Messenger. And I had all these people where it looked like I messaged, and it's some kind of weird link that looked like I was sending them. And even Zach from Half Paced Outdoors, he got a link. I mean, it was like most of my whole friends list. And I went to Facebook, and boom, there it said I was locked out of my account due to suspicious activity. Someone figured out my password, and I don't know how they done it. Because when I make a password, I make it long. I mean, I make it longer than what they recommend, and I throw all kinds of special characters in there and numbers. And it's enough for me to remember, but I wouldn't see how anybody could figure out what it would be. And I don't know how they done it. But I was hacked, and I locked out of my account, so I had to start. I thought I was going to have to start a whole new account. And I was like, oh, if I have to do that, I'm not even going to fool Facebook. But fortunately, right at the moment, I didn't have to. I just made up a new email and password. I had to do email and password. So, you know, for that long, I had the same email and password, and then all of a sudden, boom. I guess I should have changed my password like every 30 days or something like that. Somebody else told me that. Said, you know, go in there and change your password every 30 days so nobody can figure it out. So maybe for having a password that long, maybe eventually somebody figured it out. But, yeah, that's my story. I got hacked. No. Let's see here. Travis Stacy said, who is Zach? No, Zach is a fellow that's in the chat. He's got a channel I think he's from Ohio. He's got a channel called Half Pace Outdoors and Homestead. That's Zach, who I'm talking about. What do we got here? Did I miss a bunch of stuff? I've been ranting on about being hacked. Let's see here. Let's see. Who we got? Oh, forgive me. Oh, guys, hold on just a second and I'll be right back with you, okay? All right, sorry about that, guys. Had to take a little quick intermission there. But I was trying to catch up a little bit on the chat here. I think I had that little rant about being hacked. Luke Kennedy, okay, he said if I had a cave on my property, what would I do with it? Well, I do have a cave on my property, so to speak. It's a hole in the earth, surrounded by rock. It's somewhat of a rock overhang. It's not so much a cave. I mean, you can go back in it if you want to, but you'd have to crawl. I mean, as far as the overhang, you can get up underneath it, and it'd be enough to have shelter if you needed to. So, that being said, I would use that as a survival shelter, at least that overhang. If I had something, available to me, I would, build me a fire out from it. I wouldn't build a fire inside it just in case that would cause that to collapse. I've studied that and I've looked at the structure of it. I don't think it would, but if I had a fire out from it just a little bit, then I would build me a heat reflector behind it, and to help bring that heat towards that area. But that's what I would do, if I needed to. Like I said, there is an area where you can crawl back in there, but I'd be afraid to go back in there. Ain't no telling what's in there. Probably a mountain lion, like Travis was talking about. But anyway, yeah, Travis said good question about the cave. But like I said, that's what I would do. Now, if I had a cave that was big enough for me to walk into, I would probably at least walk into it, with a good light to see what it looked like as far as just right there, what's available to me as soon as I walk in. If it went back a few 20, 30 feet, I don't know if I'd go back that far, at least without somebody with me. You know what I mean? But I would at least try to, as long as I had a good light to where I could see, I would at least walk inside the doorway, so to speak, of it to see what it looked like. Yeah, well, that's true too, CR, no bears. Yeah, you got that right. I mean, yeah, you could have a survival cache in there, some type of prepping cache, of so to speak. Sorry to hear about me getting hacked. Yeah, no doubt. Oh, wait a minute. I missed my good buddy, Geo Bushcraft. Glad to see you, Greg. I hope you're feeling a lot better than you have been. Hope things are good for you right now. There's nothing wrong with being late. That's all right. Everybody I think's doing good. I'm doing good. I know that. Everybody say hello to Greg if you haven't already. There you go, CR. Travis is asking, what's the best wood to use for making cord? You getting better, Greg? You know what? I don't know if I got an answer to that, Travis. Tell you the truth, not sure if I know that, but we can go to the chat if anybody has an answer for that. Anybody know what might be the best? Oh, I see. He's saying? What's best type of tree makes best cordage? Not sure. I don't know if I've never made any type of natural cordage before. I have seen some videos and whatnot on them doing it, but I can't remember exactly what they used. Just being honest, and like I said, I'm no expert. Anybody else out there know what would be the best type of wood or anything in the natural, in the wilderness that a person could make cordage out of? You'd use the cave as your house, is that right, Rick? All right, it says we got 5. 5 with us right now. Who's with us still? Sound off. Yeah, I believe you're right. Got 5 in the house. Corn husk to make natural cordage. I can see that happening. Corn husk. Corn husk would, I believe, work good as natural cordage of some sort. Dogwood saplings work good for cordage. That makes sense. CR says making cordage in winter with snow around might be hard, I think. Yeah, I believe you're right. But I talked to an old trapping buddy of mine around here, around the parts, and where I work. And Travis knows this place. I work at a lumber yard, hardware store, known as Frederick and May, and now it's Frederick and May True Value, hardware and lumber. And an old gentleman I know, and Travis probably knows this fella, Mr. Gene Romans is his name. And he's an old trapper, and I would say somewhat of a survivalist. And he was picking up some taps, or little small nuts, out of our bolts and nuts area to use to make snares. And I was interested in what he was planning on doing, and he kind of told me the process of it. And I thought about maybe doing some type of edited video on that and talk about that. It was a little bit too much detail to probably go into now, but it was very intriguing, and he's got a wealth of knowledge when it comes to outdoor type stuff. I mean, I would, if he wanted to start some type of survival school, if he was able, and maybe a little younger, he would have a wealth of knowledge to bring. Right, there's some different plants and things you could use. I mean, I can't think of what it is. I've seen them mostly. I don't know what bark it was, but that's what I've seen people use. You know what type of tree it was, but I've seen them use, where they skint bark off and was able, to get enough of it without breaking to be, long enough, and they use that as different cordage to tie off for like different shelters and stuff, because they wanted to make a shelter, all natural, with natural cordage and everything. That's right. I know you know Gene pretty good. I mean, he does a lot of trapping and setting snares and live traps and, well, not live traps, but different things and stuff like that. I know he hunts ginseng. And every time I see him, I always try to ask him some kind of question or something, if he's got time for it. That's the thing about working in a hardware store is you see all walks of life. I mean, that store's been around come this coming year, 2021. I mean, not so much as a True Value brand store, but as Frederick and May Lumber Company for 75 years. And it's, that's a long time to be in business. And you got people of all different generations that come in there now, and we got people that work there in all different generations, as far as customer service and whatnot. And you get a wealth of knowledge from a lot of different people. You really do. If you could choose anything, what transportation would you use in the backcountry? Hiking, horse, four-wheeler, or other? Well, I love horses, so a lot of people don't know that about me, so that's a question. I like to ride horses, so I would probably go with horse. Next being a four-wheeler, even though, you a person would think a four-wheeler would be the one to say nowadays, but me, myself, I would say horse, then four-wheeler, then hiking. But, actually probably hiking would be my first because, I mean, I like to hike real well. It's just the whole fitness aspect of it, being in shape, and I'm a little bit out of shape these days, and I need to get back in shape. I really do. CR is saying I'm not a bushcrafter or anything, but been in the woods and bush, and I really like to craft. Well, I guess you're a bushcrafter then, buddy. Bushcraft is a good term. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people, I think, around here, just an outdoorsman, a woodsman. Bushcraft is, I don't know, it's not really a YouTube term, but that's what a lot of people use it if they're doing some type of, bushcraft is a good term, don't get me wrong. Some people, there's a lot of Facebook groups. Well, there's one Facebook group that I'm a member of that they just call woodscraft. They call it woodscraft, and they frown upon using the term bushcraft because they're based out of North America, the United States, and they say, there's no bush in North America and the United States. That's in Australia and places. Never been on a horse, CR? Well, I tell you what. If you come to East Kentucky, I'll get you one to ride. Cattail leaves, when they are green, can be stripped and woven into cordage. There you go. That's what I was looking at. I knew I'd seen something, and that's what it was, cattail leaves. I'd seen one video of somebody or maybe on a show where they used those and they weaved them like you would any other type of cordage or rope, where where the different strands put together. And that's what it was. Thank you very much, Greg. Cattail leaves. That's what I was looking for. Well, you're right. Bushcraft is a more modern term. But why do we have to have modern terms? You know what I'm saying? But I do like woodsman, frontiersman, mountain man, something like that. Right, bushcraft is just camping and survival. You're right. And basically that's what it is. Bushcraft is camping, but you're trying to make some things that you would have there in the woods by taking a minimal kit with you. Because there's some things you just can't, reciprocate, and that's kind of like the 5 C's of survivability by Dave Canterbury. But, somewhat agree, but they haven't been in these blackberry briar patches. Yeah, there's a few blackberry briar patches here in East Kentucky, but you probably have that in some other places too. I'm not sure, but not sure what you were somewhat agreeing about there, Travis. I might have missed something there, but. Oh, I see what you're saying. You was talking about about hiking or something. Well, yeah, I try to dodge a lot of them blackberry briars if I can. Yeah, that's right. Cattail stalks. I say they would make good for roofing and stuff like that. Luke says he likes Mountain Man. I was born in the mountains of Vermont. Hometown population of 300. Whoa, that's a village. But yeah, right now we got 7 people around with us. I'm not sure if Zach is still with us. Seems like he's gotten quiet on us. I didn't see that he said goodbye to us or anything, but we still got a few people here with us. We got CR and Luke and Travis and Gio and Mr. Greg O'Day. I don't know if Mason LaChance is still with us. He might have went to bed. So, I guess everyone had a good Thanksgiving holiday. One-room schoolhouse, post office, 1-room church, gas station in the town. Well, that was almost Mayberry, wasn't it? That, I mean, where I live, it's grown in size some. I mean, I know back in the day it was small. That's right, mountain man is just slang for frontiersmen and long hunters. And it's all it is altogether. It's just certain terms for, being a woodsman or, just being skilled in doing things, when it comes to anything really. I mean, if you're a skilled carpenter, then you could probably build a survival shelter in the woods. Not that you have to be a skilled carpenter, but you know, there's no doubt that if you could build a house, you could build a survival shelter in the woods. I mean, I'm just saying. Got a couple of videos in queue to release this week. May do a live stream Saturday when hunting. Hey, I'll be looking forward to that, Greg. I always try to stop in on your live streams. Not sure when you might do that Saturday, because I got to work till 12. But I finally got to where I can get Saturdays off, at least every other Saturday. And, you know, that really affords me time to be able to release more content than what I have been. Luke said he smoked a 20-pound turkey for 12 hours. Bourbon, maple syrup, orange zest mixed in butter for a slather on the bird. Smoked with natural coal, oak wood, and whiskey barrel chips. Well, I'll tell you what, I bet that was tasty. I would have liked to try some of that. That sounds delicious. And yeah, that's right, Greg. You make me hungry. No doubt in my mind. So, Luke, I don't guess. Do you have a YouTube channel, or are you just a YouTube watcher? I don't know if you create content or not. If you do, you know, let us know. You know, we can check you out. Maybe get you some subscribers. I'm not sure if you do that or not. CR said he really should eat before he jumps on live streams. Yeah, I ate a good supper there a while ago. My wife fixed some fried potatoes, some bacon. Everybody loves bacon, I know, unless you're vegetarian. But anyway, and some shells and cheddar, macaroni shells and cheddar. And what else was it? Had a little side of onion. I don't know. I always got to have an onion with stuff. But I always, you know, use mouthwash or something. I can't have that onion smell in my breath all the time. But onion always seems to go good with a lot of different things. Haven't had time, work to live. Hey, I work to live. Don't get me wrong there. And it's hard to find the time to do things. But one day I decided myself, you know, I'm going to throw a video or two out there. And they were just a couple minutes long. And if you go back and look at my channel, and like I said, I don't know if you're subscribed to me or not, but I'd like for you to if you would. Hit that notification bell. But I got a couple, my first few channels on my page, you know, when I first started, only a couple minutes long. And it's just kind of me introducing myself and whatnot. I could actually put them all together and make one good video if I wanted to decide to do that. So, you know, and as they progressed, they got better. And then I started getting into these live streams and stuff, and I figured, hey, I just, you know, not that I want to do live streams all the time, but it does help, you know, with the watch time that you have to get to be monetized and stuff like that. So, you know, why not? But still got 6 people with us. Not sure if anybody else is going to be with us or not. I don't know who. I was going to go back here and see if I saw. Oh, okay. There, I was wondering where Zach might have went to. I was just looking to see. He said he had to put the kid to bed. See, I didn't see that. He said he's going to see us later. And he's going to check if we're still on when I get back. He gets back downstairs. I was just wondering what happened to him. I hadn't been talking much. Not sure if Tom Keltish, is he still with us? Tom, you still out there with us, buddy? But got 2 weeks of Christmas off, so hoping to get some time to work on it. Otherwise, for now, watcher and chatter. Most time spent on Facebook. Well, that's good. I guess you belong to a lot of the bushcraft and survival groups. That I guess that's probably where you've seen my post. Are we friends on Facebook? I'm not sure. I'm sorry if we are, and I don't know. I mean, there's some can't not for sure. Gotta run, play with my kiddo. All right, Travis. Hey, no problem. Appreciate you stopping by, a fellow Morgan Countyan, East Kentuckian. Thank you very much, Travis. Hey, come back anytime you want to. Holler at me anytime you'd like to. And have a good night, buddy. CR is cooking some food, is he? Hitting the fridge? Oh, it's no big deal to remember which group. I figured that's what it was. You just see my post on one of the bushcraft groups or survival groups. It's okay. I'm just trying to make sure, figure out how. Tom got Facebook hacked also. Tom Keltish. All right, Travis. Hey, no problem. See you next time. If you ever got a question or anything, man, PM me on Facebook or whatever. Appreciate you stopping by. You talking about Tom Ritter? I did see something on there where he got Facebook tagged, but was that recently or was that a while back? I figured Tom Ritter would be with us. Hold on just a second, guys. I want to see if I can't send old Tom here a PM. See if he wants to stop by the chat. That's one thing I didn't do. I didn't put the link out there in the chat to see if anybody wanted to come up on stream. Well, we can do that. That's another thing. I got my Facebook back up, but things seem to be running slow on it. I mean, everything seems to be fine other than it just running slow. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's online or not, but yeah. I was telling people earlier in the stream, I don't know if anybody joined late or not, but a channel by the name of Bushcraft Rebel approached me a while back and asked, commented in one of my videos and asked me to PM them on Facebook, and I did. And he said he would like to build me a knife to use, in the woods and whatnot, custom knife. And I was like, sure, why not? And I posted a couple of the videos out there on my Frontier Survival Facebook page, and oh yeah, Luke Kennedy, that's another thing. I got a Facebook page if you'd like to go in there and follow that too. But anyway, gotta shamelessly self-promote, right? But anyway, his name is Aaron Logan. His channel's Bushcraft Rebel, and he's a knife maker. And he made me a knife. He's going to be sending it to me this weekend, or it's going to be shipping this weekend. And I should receive it sometime next week. And I plan on going out in the woods and, putting it to the test and, seeing what all I can do. And, do a little type of review on it and shout him out and this, that, and the other. But everybody that joined the chat late or whatever, Zach did post a link to his channel. But the channel name is Bushcraft Rebel, if anybody'd like to check that out. I'm not sure if anybody here that's in here now that already heard that, but there you go. Yeah, Greg, you said something about changing your password. That's what I was talking about earlier. I seen where you said that, I think, somewhere on Facebook or something. And maybe in that Tom Ritter post, because I did see that too. And I'm going to have to start doing that. But, I mean, like I said, I've had my Facebook since 2007, and this was the first time that I know of that I've got hacked. And I've had the same password for that long. Who knows? How would they figure it out? I mean, I use a password that's a mile long, and it's just all kinds of obscure symbols and letters in it, numbers. I have no idea how they figured it out. But I had to go in and change, like I said, change my YouTube or my email and my password just to get back in. They had me, Facebook had me locked out. I guess they were doing another thing. They knew that there was some suspicious activity going on, most definitely. So they had me locked out and had to kind of run the gauntlet to get back in. I made one from a saw blade before. A knife. Yeah, you can. Yeah, he is. The thing is, I never got a hold of him. He just hollered at me. I don't know. I mean, he seems like a great guy. I mean, I haven't talked to him personally other than just as on PMs and whatnot. But yeah, he I don't know. You can go on his channel there, Greg, and look at the knife he made for me. I never asked for nothing specific. I just told him I'd like for it to be full tang and and be able to strike a ferro rod. Have a 90-degree spine and maybe baton with it if we can. But I mean, if you look at that video, that sucker is sharp. I mean, I seen him cut through paper with it. He thought it might be better of a food processing knife, but we'll see. We'll put it to the test to do all kinds of things with it. But yeah, we're going on 1 hour and 13 minutes so far. Still got 5 people with us, so that's good. 5 is a pretty good amount of people, really. Yeah, I can't really stream forever. I wish I could, but I do have to get up in the morning. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and probably call it a stream. And I really appreciate everybody stopping by. If you'd like, if you haven't already, that young man that was in the chat with us. Well, just right before I was getting ready to shut the stream down, there's Mr. Skeledon Bushcraft and Survival. Hello, Skeledon. Yeah, I just got here, he said. Hey, no problem. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I was getting ready to shut the stream down. I really was. But, hey, we'll stick around a little while longer. Glad you stopped by. You seen the video of the knife build? Is that correct, Greg? Is that what you're saying there? Creative. CR, you enjoyed the chat? Hey, stick around if you want to, man. I'll probably stick around a few more minutes anyway. See what happens here. I always thought that was funny. I was getting ready to say, guys, I gotta go. Gotta get up early. But then all of a sudden, Mr. Skeledon Bushcraft and Survival showed up, and we figured we'd stick around. But if you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, hello, brother. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. I messaged Mr. Tom Ritter earlier to see if he wanted to come on in. I forgot to kind of message him. He wanted me to remind him. I don't know why he just don't hit that notification bell, and he'll get a reminder. I had this thing set for at least 2 or 3 days. A few more minutes for me? Yeah, I guess. CR, yeah, I think I'll stick around a few more minutes, or who knows. Maybe at least till 1:30 or 1:30, 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock. We'll see what goes on. So, how things been going with you, Scaladon? Everything going all right? Hold on just a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, hello. Yeah. Yeah, just hunting season. You got that right. Have you got anything? Mr. Luke Kennedy said he's got to go, be at work at 5 a.m. for another 14-hour day. Good talking with you. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, Luke. Come back anytime. Subscribe to the channel if you will, and you'll always, well, just like Skeldon said, that notification bell doesn't always work. I was going to say you'll always get notified when I drop a new video, but you might not. But subscribe anyway, if you will. Half Pace, subscribe to Mason. Yeah, Half Pace is a good supporter. Zach, hey, check some of his channels out, Mason, or some of his videos out, Mason. He's got a lot of a wealth of knowledge. Zach does, and you really learn something if you'll watch some of his videos. Give him a sub back, and you'll see some good content there. Sad to say, no. Saw 1 buck, 3 doe, and 1 baby. Laugh out none where I could get them. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. Deer season's about out here in Eastern Kentucky. And actually, I think it is. It just went. I think yesterday was the last day. But I never got a chance to go myself. I had to work so much. But a lot of people said that they just wasn't moving. It was just too warm for most of the days that gun season or rifle season was in, and there were some bucks killed, in our county area where I'm from, and some nice decent ones. But a lot of people said they just didn't see nothing moving, nothing on their cams, with plenty of corn out. And I think the acorns were out a lot, this year, so they had acorns to feed on, so they didn't really go after the corn, the food plots and stuff. CR says he's going to get going here. The food is calling me. Take care, Frontier Survival, and people. CR, we do appreciate you stopping by. Go get your belly full and come back and see us. We're going to try to do our best to do a live stream and an edited video every week from here on out, if we can. I still can't pinpoint a good day to do a stream on, to get the maximum amount of views. But anyway, you never know. We'll have to figure something out. I'm not sure if I can always do it on Tuesday, but we never know. Thanks very much, Greg, for subbing to Mason. Yeah, this young man approached me on Facebook a while back, and he said he wanted to start doing it. And he's got at least one video out, and he said he uploaded one today, and he's really wanting to do something. Let me do something here while we're still with us here. Let's see. Going to do this here. What's that? Greg, are you talking to Mason or Skeledon? He said just want to give you a hint, Skeledon, Bushcraft. I think he's talking to the young man there, Skeledon, that's just started a channel. He's in the young man, 13 years old. Just started a YouTube channel on bushcraft and just being a young woodsman, which I commended him quite well, since he's 13 and this generation out there now don't do a whole lot in the outdoors. So I told him I really appreciate it. I'm not sure if Greg is talking about him or you, but I think. Miss Courtney Freeman. Hello, how you doing today, Miss Courtney? Good to see you. Glad you stopped by. Yeah, I don't know what Greg. Greg, are you talking about the young man Mason or Skeledon? Are you going through withdrawals? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. How is Steve doing tonight? Hey, Bushcraft. Good to see you, Bushcraft Rebel. We've been talking about you. What up? Talking about the knife that you was able to build me and everything, and how I'm going to try to do a good video on it here when I receive it. Yeah, Skeledon, he was talking about another channel, I believe. That young guy Mason. He was I believe he got mixed up there. I'm not sure, but I think so. But I was going to paste this link right here if anybody would like to join me on a panel. We've been streaming here for an hour already, and I kind of forgot about that. I always try to do that. Not sure if anybody would want to click that and join me if they're able to. But if you want to, that's fine. Bushcraft Rebel, if you'd like to. If you want to talk about the knives you build or anything, if you're able to, you can click that. His back is after shoving everyone in the neighborhood out. Well, I tell you what, that sounds like him for doing something like that. Not getting his back out, but helping everyone out like that. I know he puts on that persona on Facebook, but, anyway. You got to be how you be. Not that that's a persona. I know he doesn't fake it to make it. I know that. But, I mean, I can see him doing something like that, helping everyone out. I really can. And he's out like a light. Well, tell him I said hello. Tell him that I do appreciate him, which I always tell him that. I mean, he's helped me out a lot, you know, with this YouTube thing. But right there's the stream. If anybody would like to come up, feel free to do so. But yeah, Bushcraft Rebel, I've been talking about your knife and talking about how I'm going to try to do a video on it when I receive it. You know, I don't know exactly when it'll be. I mean, you said you're going to try to ship it this week or weekend. I'll maybe receive it next week, and you know, I'll try to at least have a video out, you know, that weekend or the prior week after receiving it. Well, if you was talking about Skeledon, but Skeledon doesn't. He said he didn't use a phone to film. I know you said something, Greg, about turning his phone sideways, and I thought you were talking about Mason because I kind of told him the same thing when he put out his video, his first video. I watched it and I messaged him on Facebook, and he asked me if there was anything he could do different. And I said, as far as filming, you know, with using the phone, you want to turn it in landscape mode, so you know, it would be ready for YouTube. I mean, as far as I know, Skeledon, he must use some type of camera or something. But Mason LaChance, Bushcraft and Survival, the other channel, that young man. Yeah, there you go. I thought so. That's all right. No big deal. Hey, we were just trying to get the wires uncrossed there. It's all right. I mean, I kind of assumed that's what you were talking about. But, I mean, all in all, I think for a young man at 13 years old, you know, if that's what he wants to do, is some type of outdoors YouTube channel, you know, that's great. That's great, I think, because, I mean, he's young and, you know, and you don't see many people that age these days doing that, or even going outside for that matter. And you know, I can't reiterate that enough. You know, I've been going on, you know, about it all night. Yeah, Skeledon, yeah, that's right. Use GoPro. He got you your name mistaken with the other channel that's in the chat. If he's still with us, it's Mason. I can't even remember the last name now, but he's a young man. He's 13 years old. And he's doing YouTube, filming bushcraft survival type stuff, building shelters and whatnot. Young man, and he uses a phone, and he had it in portrait mode. And you know, Greg was just telling him that it's best to turn your phone sideways in landscape mode, so you know it fits YouTube better. And I think he just got the names mixed up. If that clarifies everything, then we're all good. Yep, back is getting better. That's great. Great to hear it. Now it makes sense. Haven't seen 13 years of age in years. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen 13 too. Yeah, Miss Courtney said she saw that, you know, talking about you, Greg here. Yeah, I'm sure glad that everything's good with your back and maybe the rheumatoid. Hello. But tell Steven I like your chat stream that shows up on your live stream feed better than his. Oh, you mean like I don't know how it shows up. I mean, as far as the YouTube platform, I'm using StreamYard is what I'm using. You know, it's just better as far as where I. Oh, you're talking about where I can put the comments there on the screen like that. Probably, I guess. I'll tell him. I don't know if he'll like it or not, but I'll let him know. Have I found any Jasper chert, brother? I sure haven't. But I haven't really looked for none either. I haven't had time. I'm going to make time, though. We got a blanket of snow down here in East Kentucky right now, so and it's cold. So, you know, but I am going to be looking for some stuff as soon as I can. Yeah, the way the chat shows up, this is all on the right side and no photos, and it's all like, oh, I see what you're saying. Huh? I never noticed how it does. I mean, as far as, I mean, the way I see it, I'm on the StreamYard website. I'm not actually on YouTube. When I watch it back on YouTube, it kind of looks like it would on any other time. But yeah, I can click on every comment like I am now, where I got your comment showing on the screen here below me. You know, and you know, I thought maybe that's what you were talking about. Oh, it's all right. I mean, you can comment, chat, whatever you like to do. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I mean, I don't care to tell him as far as that goes. I mean, sometimes I don't know whether he's working, or sometimes I'll private message him or something like that on Facebook. I don't know if you've been in the stream very long, but I was talking about getting hacked, you know, there on Facebook yesterday, and it had me locked completely out. I mean, I guess Facebook was doing their job there. You know, I had to do some kind of thing where I had to do some type of, where they show me different pictures of different friends on my friend list, and I had to, you know, they had a list of names, and I had to tell which one it was, and that was how they recognized it was actually me. And I had to go through that. Then I had to change my email and YouTube or password. And like I said, I don't have no idea how they figured out my password, or whoever hacked me, because I have used the same password for a lot of years, but it's a password that's, like I said, a mile long, and it's got special characters in it, numbers and whatnot. But yeah, it sent that link to about every person in my friends list. And on my Messenger, Facebook Messenger, is just a big old list of names with that link on it. And people send me like, what is this? I can't do nothing with it. And I'm like, and I typed out, I've been hacked. And then I copied and pasted it so I could keep sending it to people. And then finally I just put it on Facebook saying, do not click on anything in a message I might have sent you because I've been hacked. So yeah, it's been crazy. Oh man. Greg said he's got 12 inches and still snowing. Won't stop till tomorrow morning. 12 inches? Lord have mercy. We got about, well, we didn't get that much, maybe 2 inches. And I mean, I think the snow is over, at least for now. Yeah, that's correct. Yep, that is correct. Greg, he did turn me on to StreamYard, or at least show me some of the ropes there. But, Skeldon, yeah, I'm going to continue to try to look for some Jasper chert as soon as I can, or even some type of flint or anything. Had 10 inches 2 hours ago. I'm concussed. We hit the weirdest thing in my life. And all my time here by the lake today, and my head hit straight up onto the roof. Wow. Hit the weirdest thing in your life in all time. You don't know exactly what it was you hit? Don't know yet? Sorry to hear that. I hope everything's all right. I've been concussed before too, and it's not very good. You don't think the car will start tomorrow? Oh no. I sure hope so. Hey, Hot Wings Outdoor Life. He just dropped in. Good to see you. Hey, y'all, he said. Ah, look there. It's a raid from the line cook. All right, bring it on. We want a good raid. Bring it on. I don't see a raid. I just got 4 people in here. But anyway, that's all right. Yeah. Hey, we're going strong here, an hour and 35 minutes in. I would like to do a 4 or 5 hour live stream if I could, but and then someday I'll be able to. But I do got to go to work early. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, Hot Wings. What's going on with the line cook? Yeah, come on in. Bring on the raid. Snow. Oh, they didn't plow, so everything is ice packed. Yeah, it was slush packed with snow, so it was all snow drifts. And the one we hit right before we got to our street knocked us both up into the air. Oh my goodness. That's awful. All right, I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm going to throw this link out there. I don't think anybody wants to come up on panel. But if anybody does, all you got to do is click that link and I'll accept your invite. Hey, Hot Wings Outdoors. Mr. Greg O'Day says howdy. But, yeah, I am thankful that everybody stops by for these live streams. It's good to, interact as a community. And, of any of the outdoorsy type people. It's just great. I don't know. Yeah, Courtney, Zach, he was in here earlier, but he had to go put Deegan to bed and said he would try to stop back in. Hopefully he might be able to before I hang it up for the night. I'm not sure. Yeah, Deegan, I tell you what, he cracks me up. I've watched him on some of them live streams on their live stream homestead deal, and he's a showstopper right there, fella, little boy is. I mean, he could be like the whole show if he wanted to. I mean, he's not camera shy whatsoever. Who else we got here? Scott Swift, how you doing there, buddy? Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped by. Oh, the line cook just did a giveaway. Is that what you're saying? Miss Joy Stewart, hey, how you doing, Joy? Good to see you. Glad you stopped by, man. Okay, y'all. Got a call tonight. Hit the like button. I'll keep this open, brother, for you. But I'm tapping out. Good night, Heath. And Geo Bushcraft Outdoors got a hard day of work ahead. All right. No problem, Miss Courtney. Glad you stopped by. Tell Steve I said hello and that he missed a decent live stream anyway. But I hope his back gets to feeling better. And have a good night. Who else we got in here? Hot Wings said you were up, got about 10 minutes. Deegan is a wild man. Yes, he is. So nobody wants to come up on panel here with me? I got the chat. I got the link right there. You know, that's all right. No big deal. It's probably too late anyway. But I always, hey, that's all right, Scott Swift. 10's all you got? No big deal. Appreciate you stopping by, though. I really do. Well, it's been a pretty decent stream so far. 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's a good stream. Of course, you know, I might as well go into 10 o'clock, I guess, if I can. Get the most out of it. Anybody else got any more questions? Got any, I mean, ask me anything. It don't have to be anything about the outdoors, anything about wilderness survival, bushcraft. It don't, you know, ask me what I drive. I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you. If there's something you want to know about me, I'm ready to tell you. But first, I got to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back with you. Thank you for allowing me to take that pause. Who else we got with us? Who has stopped by? Mr. Mason, he's back with us. Where did you go, old buddy? Hey, Mason, I got that link right there, right above you there on your last comment. If you'd like to stop in and tell us about your channel and what you might want to do in the future with it, and what you'd like to, anything you'd like to talk to us about, you know, feel free to click that link. I'll accept you in on the panel here. We'll have a little chat for the next 20 or 30 minutes if you want to. Fishing with Christina. Glad that you stopped by. You have a question? Had to go on work on vehicles with your dad. It was 20 degrees and dark. Wow. Something break down? Some kind of emergency, I guess? What's the weather here? The weather here is cold. We got a blanket of snow on the ground. It's probably about 20 degrees or so here, too. Miss Mo Homesteading, hello. She says, I'm here, been here, but lost power. I wasn't in the chat, though. Frontier Survival, sorry about that. Oh, what do you mean you're sorry about that? There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm glad you stopped by when you did, or, you know, whenever it was you did, you lost power. You know, I'm just thankful that you stopped by. I really appreciate that. Hot Wings Raid, all right. Mason said he totally would join me on the chat, on the panel, but he had been assigned dishes. Hey, I understand. I know what it's like to be 13. For y'all just stopped in. Hello, fishing with Christina. Yeah. I think I already said that. I'm sorry. But Mr. Mason LaChance, Bushcraft and Survival, is a young 13-year-old young man that has started a Bushcraft and Survival YouTube channel, and he's got a couple of videos out, and I've been plugging his name out there, trying to get him a sub or two and get him started. And I think maybe, if I'm not mistaken, I might have been his first subscriber. But he approached me on Facebook, and of course I'm no veteran YouTuber myself, but you know, I do have some knowledge up there when it comes to, you know, being a woodsman or outdoorsman, and I'm just trying to help him out. But I think it's great that he's 13 years old and he wants to be outside. Oh no, yeah, I understand that. Mason says mom's mail route vehicle was broken, so he had to go fix it. Yeah, most definitely. Ah, there's my good friend Brainstorm. Howdy, Brainstorm. How you doing? Good to see you. When are we going fishing and hunting? Anytime. Anytime you want to. You would always saying you would come up on panel, but your roommates had music and stuff playing. Oh, that's no big deal. Hey, I mean, I just throwing the link out there. I'm not pulling nobody's arm or nothing. Have 18 degrees, but not snowing yet. How are you? I'm doing all right, Mo. Trying to catch up with the chat here a little bit. Hot Wing said he went fishing today, made that little short IG reel. You know what? I'm going to have to start doing them shorts, I think. I don't know. I haven't done them yet. It seems like they get decent views. That's what I thought, Mason. I was your first subscriber. Well, there you go. You'll always have that to remember. What's the link, Greg? Is that Mason's link? Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, anybody wants to subscribe to Mason LaChance, there you go. There's his link. Thank you, Brainstorm. Thank you very much. There you go. I think we all do. I mean, being a bushcrafter, survivalist, I mean, you got to know how to hunt and fish anyway, right? I mean, you gotta learn how to feed yourself, and it ain't like we go out there and try to survive every day. But I mean, it's just a practice, a way of life. I mean, so some of us have already, I mean, maybe growing up, you know, been brought up with a hunter in the family or a fisherman in the family or both, and been taught skills on how to catch fish and how to hunt, whether it be archery hunting or with a rifle of some sort, shotgun. And, you know, that's just it. I mean, and then you got like what passive hunting when it comes to like trapping and stuff like that. I mean, as a survivalist, you know, sometimes if you would if you got some kind of body of water where you can actually fish, then you would probably just cast lines and tie them off, and then just go back and check them and see what you got. Maybe try to build you some type of trap, some type of cage to catch crawfish or crawdads, or something like that. Or it depends on where you're at. It could be crab or anything. Maybe fixing. If you don't have any type of snare wire or anything like that, then fixing an actual deadfall trap. Now, I know in some states it's illegal to do primitive trapping, but you got to do what you got to do, right? So I guess we all have learned how to hunt and fish at different times. Yeah, Brainstorm is here. He said, "Well, you're welcome, Mason." Scott Swift, he's back. Where did you go? Oh, I didn't notice that you said you were gone. But yeah, really appreciate everybody stopping by. Got 9 people in here now. Hey, why leave now? I do appreciate the raid. I really do. Not sure who was a part of that, but I really do. I have took a lot of pauses in this, but I'm going to have to take another one. So bear with me, and I'll be right back. All right, back with you. Thank you for allowing me that short pause. I'm going to catch up here on the chat. Yeah, thank you, Gio, for offering some help there to the young man. He said, Mason LaChance, Bushcrafting and Survival. If you ever need help figuring out your YouTube channel, just ask. There you go. That's what we're all about here as a outdoor niche type community, is being a good tight community and helping everyone out if we can. That's right. Just like I said, we're all glad to help you grow on YouTube. All right, Scott. Glad you stopped by once again. I got to go to sleep here soon too, actually. Later, man. Joy Stewart said, y'all are awesome. And you are too, Joy. Yeah. You don't know for sure if that was soda or not there. But anyway. I mean, I was drinking a Coke earlier, but that was in a can. Good night, Joy. Thank you very much for stopping by. See you, Miss Joy. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're in the channel and you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. You'll know when I drop a new video. I'm here to entertain you the best I can. And I don't know how entertaining I am. Hopefully I'm somewhat entertaining. I mean, I do got the attention of some people out there. But unfortunately, I do have to work in the morning. I don't have to be up as early as 5 o'clock, but I do have to get up about 6 and be at work. I don't live that far from work, so I can get there and be there by 7:30. Mr. Mason, young man, said he's got to go for a minute, just drenched the lower half of my body in lemonade and water. Oh my Lord, I'm sorry to hear that. There's no doubt you might be a little bit mad about that. All right, go get yourself cleaned up. We might still be streaming by the time you get back. You need dancing? Dancing? Oh, as far as entertainment, I can dance. If that's what you're talking about. Just ask my wife. I'm not a ballroom dancer by any means, but if you ever seen an East Kentucky hoedown, then you know what I mean. But no, I can boogie. I mean, was I born to boogie? I'm no Hank Williams Jr., but yeah, I can boogie. There you go. Yep, ha ha ha. And you would probably be ha 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 once you see me dance. But you ever watch The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? And you remember Alfonso Ribeiro, who played Carlton on that show? He done that one dance they called the Carlton. Yeah, that's me. That's what I can do. Let's see me dance. Yeah, well, you know, I can't really stand up. I don't know. I gotta get something to bring my camera up on. I'm on a webcam on a laptop. But since I had to request to dance, on my next live stream, I will dance. I will play some uncopyrighted music and dance. But it's a little late in the game tonight. I do apologize. I can't dance tonight. But I'll make a note, and if I forget, somebody remind me, and I will dance a jig on my next live stream. You can count on it. Yeah, that's dancing, no doubt about it. To Carlton. I mean, that's not the only thing I can do. I mean, I can dance to hip hop. I can dance to country music. I can line dance some. But you know, as far as waltzing and stuff like that, nah, not into that. Greg says he can dance good, but don't ask him to sing. He can't carry a note in a bucket. I'm not much of a singer. I mean, I try to sometimes. I mean, you know, I sing a lot of. If I was to sing, it would be more like a country type, maybe bluegrass music. Not sure if anybody's into that, but yeah, that's what I would sing. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a. You know, it's what I talked about earlier, Mo. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do a set schedule live stream. I'd like to. Seems like Tuesday's a good night, or it has been tonight. You know, I'll see what's going on in the next little while and see if I can't make Tuesday somewhat of a scheduled night for live streams, about 8 o'clock. You know, I don't know if I'll always go this long on a Tuesday night. You know, we've not even reached the 2-hour mark yet, really, but, you know, I always try to at least go to an hour or so. But, you know, we might try to do it every Tuesday night. I know me and Greg done one almost back-to-back on Wednesday a couple weeks ago or something like that. His was 8 o'clock. Mine was 8:25. So I think he's got Wednesdays now. So Tuesday's night's not too bad. I know that we had another person that's in our somewhat of an caribou country outdoors. He had a live stream earlier in the evening today, uh, and I kind of stopped in his. So he does his thing on Tuesday nights, but I can do it. You know, it seems like he's got his going on a little bit earlier than 8 o'clock. So you never know. I can try to make Tuesday nights a deal. So you know, if nothing happens, because I don't always like to say for sure on things, but if nothing happens between now and next Tuesday, we'll make Tuesday night our next live stream, and I will dance. I'm not going to say I'm going to dance right off the bat, but you know, somewhere during the live stream, I'm going to dance, and I shouldn't forget. But if I do, just remind me, and you know, we'll try to figure out, you know, how I can set this camera up, at least to do some type of dancing for you. Just don't laugh at me too much. What else we got here? Hot Wings Outdoor Life said he can make a full self dancing, and I can try to sing, but people pay me not to. Let's see. Okay, message me on Instagram. Let me. Yeah, I'll let you know. I sure will. But I think now that you mention it, I mean, I don't see no reason why I couldn't do. There might be times where I might not be able to do a live stream on Tuesday, but I'll try to make that a set thing and do a Tuesday night live stream. Somebody come up with a good name, I can call it, because I've been just calling it Hangin with Heath, but you know, maybe something to incorporate actually Tuesday night or something in the title or something. Well, that's all right, Hot Wings. Yeah, I mean, I know there's other people on. I mean, I guess any given night, there's always going to be someone on. I mean, you know, I'm not always, you know, I'm not going to be able to pick a night where there's not somebody on, you know. Or maybe pick a different time. I really couldn't go no later than 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, just do maybe an hour or something. Skeleton said his dad would cut a rug 50 plus years ago, but that wasn't passed down to me. I can't dance. Well, I'm not saying I can dance. I mean, I'm not saying I'm skilled, but I don't care to try. I don't care. I really don't care to you know, if it helps someone, you know, get a smile on their face, then you know, I'm willing to try about anything. Well, that is a great gesture, Greg, and you should take your wife out for her birthday. She might not like it if you don't, but let us know. You know, when you do another live stream, for sure. What are you going to have? A big steak and potato or something? Think about a name? Yeah, go ahead. Frontier Streaming? Yeah, it might work. I'm just thinking. I'm just more or less talking about like you know, if it's going to be a you know, scheduled every Tuesday night. You know, maybe incorporate Tuesday night in the title of some sort. But you don't have to be. You know, hanging with Heath. On Tuesday nights or something like that might work. Oh yeah, no problem. Hey, if you come around, I sure do appreciate it. There's Caribou, Country Outdoors. What's up, buddy? How you doing? I'm just now catching on the chat, so forgive me. That's right. Happy wife, happy life. No doubt about it. Frontier Tuesdays. Hey, that might work. That might work. That sounds like a pretty good title for a live stream every Tuesday night. I know Caribou's got his on Tuesday nights. We were just talking about that, Caribou. Whether or not I should dedicate Tuesday nights, at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock time slot, for a dedicated stream every Tuesday nights. But who knows? But I did say I was going to dance on my next live stream. So whether that be this coming Tuesday next week or sometime next week, I will try to rig up my camera here to where I can, at least get a full body shot of me dancing. We'll see how that works out. All right, still got 7 people in the chat. And that's a pretty good amount for going over 2 hours now. Anybody got any topics they like to discuss? Anything like that? We've covered a lot so far. This, that, and the other. You know what? One thing I didn't talk. Usually when I start my stream, I always ask everybody if the video is all right and the audio is all right, and apparently it is. No, it doesn't sound bad at all. No, you're right. Frontier Tuesdays. It's got a pretty good catchy ring to it. I thought so too. But yeah, I really do. I think it's not too bad. We'll ponder on it, figure something out. But like I said, there's no day of the week that I can live stream and nobody else is. I mean, it's just, YouTube is just the big mass of stuff. And I'm not talking about, of course, there'll be somebody live streaming, but I'm talking about, in the outdoor type community that we have here and whatnot. All right, that's great. Audio and video is great. I figured it might be. Nobody's said anything so far. Nobody's talked about any type of buffering or anything, so that's a good thing. StreamYard seems to do pretty good. I didn't do one last week and tomorrow, but we'll be doing one Saturday morning for the hunting blind. Yeah. Tuesday live with good old Frontier. Yeah, there you go. That ain't too bad either. That's all right. Frontier Tuesday sounds awesome to you there, Caribou. That's good. Tuesday night live. That would work too, but I don't know. It seems like that's kind of played out a little bit. I mean, I've seen other channels do that. Kind of, make a play on the old Saturday Night Live. But it's all right. Taboo Tuesday? I don't know about that. Nobody said that. That just came in my head. I don't know why. But I kind of like Caribou's title, but what he calls his. But yeah, I don't know. Something can be figured out, but Tuesday night around 8 or 9 o'clock, we could go, at 8 or 9 or 8:30 or somewhere around there. I mean, we could say like every Tuesday night between 8 and 9. Some Tuesday nights it might be 8, some Tuesday nights it might be 9. Probably mostly time 8 o'clock, and run till about 10 or so, and and see what goes on. Tuesday night, tequila night. Laugh out loud. Heath's Comedy Tuesday. Well, Comedy Tuesday, that would work all right too, I guess. But I don't know. I don't want to get out of my niche too much. But I mean, you can incorporate comedy in the outdoors too. Outdoor entertainment. There you go. Tuesday night outdoor entertainment. That might work. That just popped in my head. Mo got a kick out of that one, Greg. Tuesday survival challenge. You never know. Yeah, I mean that's some great ones there to ponder on, and I'll incorporate some different stuff and figure something out myself. And I appreciate all the feedback. I really do. I mean, of course that's what I asked for, feedback, and I kind of like Frontier Tuesdays, really. I do. See, that's what I'm saying, Caribou. I mean, I mean that's a catchy title, really. But yeah, we'll figure out what we can talk about. And this, that, and the other. See, that's what I remember the first live stream I ever did, and it wasn't that I was shy to be on camera or anything. I just didn't know who would show up, and I actually got, in my first live stream, I only went for about 35 minutes or something like that, and I kind of run out of stuff to talk about. I kind of went on a ramble and this, that, and the other, and I guess that's really what it's all about anyway. It's kind of be on a ramble about stuff and just kind of pay attention to the chat and see what other people are saying. But I've kind of got a little bit more of a hang of it, and be able to go a little bit longer. And it seems like I get somebody different or somebody new into the stream each time. And I mean, you're always going to have that. I mean, for the ones that went here earlier, I actually had someone that's right here in my hometown. A person I've known pretty much all my life. He's a little bit younger than me, and he actually showed up in my live stream. So, that's cool. And who knows, you got people sometimes that show up that you might not even know about, that just kind of lurk in the background. What's that, Hot Wings? You was thanking something as okay in your channel, but not too long. Caribou asked if I was when you lit the ice on fire. No, I didn't get to see that. I was getting ready for this. It'd been cool to see though. I'll have to go back and I guess check that out on the replay. Oh yeah, it takes time to get good at streaming, just like anything else. Right, stuff can come up. You try to do your best to. It's just like I've had a hard time getting any type of content out there, whether be some type of gear review or some type of showing off some type of bushcraft skill or even a live stream. So it's hard for me because I work 5-6 days a week, and like I said earlier, from here on out, I'm starting to get a rotation to get every other Saturday off at work. So, and when I do work on Saturdays, it's just half a day, so it ain't too big of a deal. But that gives me Saturday to actually maybe go out and film, and then edit, and then maybe release on Sunday of any type of edited content, and then do a live stream on Tuesday. Things will start looking up. I mean, my subscriber count right now has come to a halt. I'm staying at 466, 467, and it just keeps bouncing back and forth. It's like I'll get to that 467, and then all of a sudden somebody drops off, and then it's 466, and then maybe 465, and then all of a sudden I'll get 2 more subscribers, and it's back to 467. And it seems like I can't get out of there. I mean, at least I'm not dropping down to like 444 or 435. But my plans, just like Mr. Greg O'Day, he discussed there in his last video that he plans on doing some type of giveaway after he reaches 500. And I plan on doing the same, and, make some type of criteria on being a sub. You have to be a subscriber to be in the giveaway, and maybe leave some type of comment and like the video and whatnot. But, I already got some items that I have here on hand that I'll be putting into the giveaway. Survival type related items, different things like that. What's this here? Let's see. You used to be budget outdoors and survival. Yeah, I think I remember seeing some of your content or older videos I watched where I seen you use that title. Are you talking to me, Mo, about coming to some of the lives? I mean, I'm in the chat on the lives a lot, or try to be. I've visited some of your lives and Boxy's lives. Boxy showcased me there, and that helped out quite a bit as far as subscribers. I got like 20 or 25 subscribers just being on his showcase. I try to visit your all's lives, and anybody else's lives. M&K Outdoors, I've been in there, not like on a panel or anything, but just in the chat. And I've gotten subs by being in the chat. Sometimes people seeing my name or when somebody threw the link out or whatever. I mean, I have gotten subs that way, but I've just been at a halt right now in the mid to upper 400s for a while. I mean, I know it'll come. I mean, I'm not really fretting over it too much. It's just somewhat frustrating a little bit, but no big deal. Okay, Skeledon, I just seen that. Well, brother, I'm out. Take care. I'm glad I made it here. I'm glad you did too, Skeledon. I do appreciate you stopping by. Hot Wings said he's moved a lot this year, so it's been hard to get content out and edit that and stuff. That's why I like shorts now. Yeah, I'm gonna try them shorts out too. Haven't been able yet. I trying to figure out what kind of short I could do as far as, do they have to be like a less than 60 seconds or something like that? Is that right? Hot Wings been stuck around 135 for 3 months. See, that's me. I mean, I hit my first 100 subs pretty quick, or decently quick. I mean, I started heavy this channel about this time. Well, actually, last year around early fall, and about this time last year, I was at about, I don't know, 45, 55 subs, and then as soon as January, hit. Somewhere around January, before February, I had 125 subs or something like that. Greg says he's had the same problem, bounced around between 460 and 470. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is. If it's a YouTube thing or... Well, look here, we're talking about subscribers, and I just got a new one. Somebody named Michigan Mud Digger just subscribed to my channel. See, that's what I like, is subscribers that are actually set to public to where you can actually see who's subscribing. Someone named Michigan Mud Digger just subscribed to my channel. Pretty good name. Oh, well, of course you get that. I mean, you know, however you choose to do it is your own. You know, if you're doing a live stream, I mean, whoever's doing the stream it's up to them on how they choose to do it. Their stream. I mean, they can do it however they want, and and then a person don't have to tune in if they don't want to, right? Looks like Skeledon's still with us. Geo is 25 away from 500. Some of my followers are from people I have met in person. Hey, Michigan Mud Digger, how you doing? I appreciate that subscribe. I really do. I just noticed that you subscribed to me. Generally less than a minute is what a short would be. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said a while ago, Michigan Mud Digger, I do a lot of live streams when I can. I mean, just about everybody that I know of, Miss Mo, I've been in hers and been in boxies. I try to get in boxies every Sunday, and anybody else that might be doing a live stream, you know, M&K, I don't know who all else, Trapper J, you know, and I have gotten subs by just being in the chat, and you know, moderators putting the link out there, and this, that, and the other. Just for some reason, at this point in time, I'm just stuck in the upper, 400s. Can't reach that milestone of 500, at least not yet. But like I said, I plan on doing some type of giveaway when I reach that 500, and I'm going to be doing a video soon. I'll discuss it here on the stream, but not everybody will see it, because not everybody comes in the stream unless they. And then nobody, in the replay, nobody's going to watch the entire stream. But I'll do an edited video, pretty soon, once I get a few more subs, and discuss, how that giveaway will take place, and what you got to do, what the criteria will be to be in that giveaway. Your old channel, Mo remembers, I grew really fast, but things changed and we couldn't do hydroponics anymore, so you shut it down. I'll have to check out Mud Digger. I do appreciate your subscription, buddy. I'm just a small channel trying to grow, but I will check you out. Who all we got here now? I've gotten people I haven't even seen. I am so sorry. I get lost in this chat sometimes. Oh yeah. Anytime I go hiking, I go to these national parks and stuff around here, in the Red River Gorge, and and I'll see people. I say, hey, you like hiking? You like outdoor types content maybe on YouTube? Check my channel out. Shamelessly self promote. I do that a lot. I do that well. I mean, I'm always throwing my links out on Facebook in groups. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, there's the Shasta Valley Outdoorsman. Good evening, brother. How you doing? Glad you stopped by. Really appreciate that. And Mr. Sanchez, good evening there. Barnaby Sanchez, yeah, good evening. Glad you stopped by. They say 500 is hard to hit. It was for me too. Well, at least I'm not alone. Caribou said when he first started to push on my own channel on all kinds of social media like Facebook, Twitter. Yeah. Caribou, I mean, it doesn't offend me on the language. I mean, I just choose not to use it as I discuss live streams. But that's just me. I'm not going to go in here and say I'm going to cuss. I'm not. It's just. I mean, it's not that I don't. It's just whatever. I mean, I just ain't going to do it here. But I mean, if you're going to put it in the chat, go ahead. I don't care. It's no big deal, as long as it don't offend anybody else. I mean, it's all right. I just seen that one comment there where you was apologizing. But I do appreciate you for apologizing. No big deal. Who else we got in here? Shasta Valley Outdoors said I gave away my stickers at my yard sale. You didn't see it? Oh, how much you're... That's no big deal. I mean, you don't have to apologize. No worries. That's right. I don't believe there's anything wrong with it at all. I mean, how else are you going to, do anything? I mean, if you're the one starting up a YouTube channel, I mean, you can get in these chats. Well, it's like the young man that I had in the chat earlier. Some people might not have come in too late, but I think he's gone now, or at least he is for the time being. He's a 13-year-old kid who's doing outdoor content on YouTube, and you don't see that a lot. And I meant to ask him before he left how many subs he's gotten so far just by being in this live stream. I know he's gotten 2 or 3, and I was actually his first subscriber. He messaged me on Facebook where he saw me post some links and stuff, and I guess you watched some of the content. Asked me about how you get started on YouTube. I said, hey, just film a video, put it out there. I mean, more or less. I mean, it ain't like you really have to edit it if you don't want to. I mean, that stuff will come later. Just see, if you don't put any content, nothing's going to happen, most definitely. But I'm just so glad to see someone that young out there being in the outdoors and being outside, because you just don't see it a lot nowadays. And I wanted to ask him how many subscribers he got, so I'll have to maybe message him later and see what he says. Or I can always just go to his channel and see. But I think being in this live stream, he has gotten a few, so that's great. See, that's what I'm saying. You get live streams, people will look at you, hunt you out, see what you're all about. Ah, look there's my buddy, the Huntsman. How you doing, man? Evening to you. Miss Courtney stopped by a while ago, said you'd been out shoveling snow for the community. Oh, I would say it would be hard to do more than one channel, but it can be done. Right, Huntsman? Oh, look here. We have bounced so much. I'm going almost 2 hours and 30 minutes now. And I am going to have to shut it down soon because I do have to get up early. But still got 11 in the chat, man. That's great. I am. What's that? Yeah, Michigan Mud Digger, I am going to check your channel out. I do appreciate the sub, though. Really do. I probably already told you that, but if I did, I apologize. Oh, you talking about the young man? There, Burnaby, about the young man's link. Greg, if you can find his link there, put it up, please. Mr. Mason LaChance, I think you subbed to him. Mason LaChance, Bushcraft and Survival. Well, that's good to hear, husband, that you're still able to walk. Thank you, Gio. Thank you very much for putting that up there. If Barnaby, if you was talking about that, there's the young man's link. He's probably got at least 4 or 5 subs while he's in this live stream. I was going to see if I wanted him to come up on the panel and just discuss his channel a little bit. Let people, get to know him a little bit more as far as, actually seeing the person. But I think he's still a little shy about being on camera. Of course, he's only 13. But he don't do too bad in his videos, when he's just doing a video upload. He doesn't seem too camera shy, but I think being actually live is just kind of weird for him. But, yeah, we've had an eventful night tonight. Hey, Steve, you weren't in here earlier, but I told Mo Homesteading that next week I'm gonna try to dedicate Tuesday nights to live streaming for my channel. And I talked about trying to be somewhat more entertaining if I could. She asked me if I could dance, and I said sure I can dance. So next week, sometime during the live stream, I'm gonna get up and dance jig. There you go. Yeah, I'm trying to rack up as many watch hours as I can. Maybe I'll have my watch hours when I have my subscribers at the same time. I know a lot of times people get thousands of subscribers and don't have near the watch hours. But at the rate I'm going, I might have them both at the same time. It's stuck right there around the 460, between 460 and 470, and can't get out of it. It's all right though. I'm not panicking or fretting anything. It's somewhat confusing on how that happens. Just like it's weird. I stopped at 467. I think the last time before I got on stream, I checked it out, and it's not that I go look at it every day, but I was at 467. But I was like at 467 2 weeks ago, and then it dropped down to 465. Like 2 subscribers got lost, or maybe they were bots or something, and YouTube found out they were, non-legit channels or something, and booted them out of there. And then it booped out to 467 again, and then back down to 465, and now it's at 467 again. But it's just weird how that happens. Plus, yesterday I got hacked on Facebook. Oh gosh, it was awful. For y'all that don't know or ain't heard about it, yep, I got hacked on Facebook. Facebook had me locked down. Said there's suspicious activity going on my account, and they just locked the account completely out. Had to make a whole new, not a new Facebook, but I had to use new login credentials. A lot of times you just got to change your password. This time I had to, not this time. This was actually the first time I got hacked. I had to change everything, email and everything. Yeah, I mean, Bushcraft Rebel, you're talking about that. Now, sometimes when you gain a bunch, from what I understand, if you gain a bunch of subscribers in one day, a lot of times YouTube will take a few of them away just to make sure everything's legit there. And then, maybe some of them subscribers will watch some content or leave a like or a comment, and then that'll make it stick. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll see them subs come back somehow. I mean, I've had that happen, especially when I was in Boxy Outdoor Showcase. I got like 25 or 30 subscribers, in that one night because I was being showcased by another channel. And I was on a StreamYard stream like this one where I was on his panel. And a few of them went away, and then, a few of them came back. Yeah, there you go, Huntsman. Never trust what you see in YouTube Studio. It audits itself all the time, and it's never completely accurate. That's what I'm thinking, because a lot of times on Studio, I'll have less than what it's showing on actual YouTube, and sometimes it's more. It's just weird. But yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can't really trust that too much. Excuse me. Thanks for stopping by again there, Bushcraft Rebel. This fella right here, Bushcraft Rebel, for y'all that just came in, he's a knife maker, and he has been nice enough to make me a knife free of charge, and he's going to send it to me, and I'm going to do a video on it, a little review, and we'll see how things go from there. But if anybody would like to check that channel out, if you could post his link if you can, possibly do that. He really, I haven't got the knife in my hands yet, but I've seen pictures and I've seen it on his video, and things look good. I really like the looks of the knife. I really do. I really like the handle and everything. So check him out if you will. I'll be doing a video on it and mentioning him also in the video, and hoping we all can grow that way too. Yeah, I seen you mention that, Steve, there in, I think maybe your last live stream or something, talking about the analytics in January. He said you'll see analytics go haywire in January. Don't worry about it. If they do, YouTube will audit everyone's channel every January. Yeah, I did see you talk about that the other day, I think. All right, Mr. Shasta Valley Outdoorsman, I appreciate you stopping by. You can't have that sawdust on you before you go to sleep tonight. You have a good night, too. Thank you very much, there, Gio. Greg, for posting Bushcraft Rebel's link. Caribou Country, he said he agrees with Steve. I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. As you always say, I'm a half-assed YouTuber. But you know what? We got 20 minutes before the 3 hour mark. We might as well push it to 3, don't you think? I mean, I still got 10 people here. We probably got some that's was commenting, but not commenting so much now. But maybe he's still letting it play, so that's cool. The husband's saying Caribou Country Outdoors. I'm kind of paying attention to my 13,000 milestone. Like 20 subs away from 13,000 now, and 99% of them are useless. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird how sometimes you get subs, but I mean, right now, I mean, a lot of channels or a lot of videos I may, I'll put out there sometimes. I'll get a couple hundred views on them, or 100 and some, or something like that. I got close to 500 subs, so the view to sub ratio is probably not that bad. But sometimes, just like a little bit like old Mr. Little Joey with his 1 million subs and only 100 and some thousand views, something don't add up there. Right, and that what makes you, that what's right there. You'll see you watch everybody you subscribe to as much as you can. That's what makes you a good subscriber right there. Before I started my channel, that's what I did. I mean, I was just a watcher, but I was subscribed to quite a few different channels, and that's my TV. I mean, I don't watch so much stuff on regular cable television. Sometimes I'll check a movie out on Netflix or Hulu or something like that, but I don't really try to catch up on anything that's on TV nowadays. The only thing I used to catch up on, and I mean, I used to be a big pro wrestling fan, and I somewhat still am, but I don't really watch it as much as I used to. Sometimes I keep track of what's going on just via the internet. But most of the only thing I ever watch is on YouTube. That's right. Probably about 40%, I'd say, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I've been right. Miss Huntsman or Miss Mo Homesteading said she's not a useless one. Talking to the Huntsman, just saying. And he's like, you get a core audience, and then you just get them, those people in the cheap seats. Right. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense right there. You don't even want to watch TV. I mean, I quit. I mean, I cut cable a long time ago. I decided, satellite bills, cable bills are just too high for what was on TV, and started streaming stuff. And even my wife, she watches a lot of stuff on YouTube. I mean, it doesn't really have much to do with outdoor content, even though she's starting to watch more. And she watches a lot of vlog channels and stuff that have to do with, like family vlogs and stuff like that. She likes that. That's right, Hot Wings. Who has time to watch TV? And that's the same here with me, husband and Geo. Most of my views come from non-subscribed people, but now they're just starting to be suggested somewhat. I mean, I've noticed that for the longest time, most of all my views came from external sources where I shamelessly self-promoted on Facebook and whatnot, and other social media, Twitter, this, that, and the other. And now I'm seeing that it's coming from like suggested videos or something like that. And, that's pretty cool to be able to see, at least that, if your tags are working or something like that, or your search engine optimization or whatever. At least things, when you're trying to implement all these tools that, because I do watch a lot of content that people put out that have to do with YouTube, like Brian G. Johnson and the Nimmin brothers. Those three guys I watch the most. I mean, I don't know what a lot of people think about them, or if anybody watches them, but they have helped me a little bit about, I was watching their stuff on how to get things done. Right. I mean, you don't have to sub to anyone to watch the stuff, but you can just find you a video, and if you don't want to watch it then, you can, click watch later, and it's just kind of right there in the queue for you. Hello there, Zach. Yep, we're still streaming for a little while anyway. Not sure how much longer, but I do got to get into bed soon. Oh yeah, you're right, Greg. Yeah, I put the tags in and stuff like that on the lives after they're done processing or whatnot. Doing good, Zach. How are you? Is Deegan fast asleep? Burnaby says he's found that the people in this room are more interesting and actually show interest within the community. Well, that's great to hear. Mo Homesteading says, Zach! Yeah, that's good. Get some editing done. Nothing wrong with that. That's right, Caribou. No rest for the wicked. Well, guys, so we'll probably go about another 10 more minutes or so. hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe if you will, if you'd like to. Appreciate everyone that has stopped by, everybody that's come and gone. But I'm feeling it a little bit right now. Oh, yeah. It's been a heck of a night. Heck of a week so far. Man, can't believe I got hacked. Had Facebook since 2007. Got hacked. I don't know how it happened. Oh yeah, lives probably do get a lot more views than other videos. Oh yeah, hey, I appreciate you stopping by, Caribou. Yeah, I always enjoy watching your stuff. And appreciate what you say there. Glad you had a good time. Maybe, like I said, I try to do this as a dedicated Tuesday night thing at around 8 o'clock. I've been trying to rack my brain on a good night to do it, and I'm not going to say I'm going to be doing it every Tuesday night, but we'll do our best, and at least that way, the core audience will at least know when I'm supposed to be on live, and most of them will be there. And I know you do your thing on Tuesday. I'm not sure exactly what time you usually start. I know you was already into the process when I came on before my stream. But I mean, if that's something, if you start a lot earlier than 8 o'clock, then that'll be cool. And then I can come in on 8 o'clock or 9 or whatever. I mean, I don't want to step on toes of anybody. Of course, I know there's other people out there streaming too. I mean, I don't know exactly who, but I know was it Hot Wings that was streaming earlier, or the Line Cook, something like that. Greg said he's working on his merch store most of the day. This Thursday he needs to film and edit to get it up by Friday. Well, I'm sure you will. Hey, Huntsman, if you're still in the chat, are you doing a live stream this Friday night? Greg said he needs someone to come plow his driveway. Well, if I was a little closer to Pennsylvania, Greg, I'd be there to at least help you. He said he's done plowing. Yeah, we heard that you got hit pretty hard and even hit something hard too. That's right, Zach. Oh, okay, the hot wings. Hot Wings Outdoor, let's see, he was in Mills Outdoors in the line cook earlier. I rarely stream except on Sunday and Saturdays. Okay, okay, that's what it was. I knew it was somebody. I knew the line cook, but I couldn't remember. It was Mills Outdoors. Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. I don't think I'm going to be making it to 3 o'clock or the 3 hour mark. It's at 2:56. I should, I guess. I don't know. 2:57 now. But it has been good. I do appreciate it. Everyone stopping by. Still got 8 in the chat. And it'd be a shame to keep on quit now, but I'm going to have to. But, it's great to be able to quit and have this many people in the chat and not quit because there's nobody in the chat. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I've streamed this long. I'll try to stretch it out to 3 hour mark anyway. Yeah, you're right. 4 minutes, I might as well. I've just kind of run out of stuff to talk about. I've been just sitting here looking at the chat and looking at the screen. And I didn't want to be less entertaining than I already have been. But, good night, Burnaby. Glad you stopped by. Hey, you too, Zach. I really appreciate you stopping by, and I think you said you're going to be streaming tomorrow, if that's correct, Zach. If you are, I'll try my best to stop by sometime. Or I don't know if you're going to try to make it a long stream or what, but if it's going to be during the day, I'll try to. If you're going on my lunch break, I'll stop by and say howdy. Greg, I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Hopefully, if we don't get that collaboration that we're planning on doing sometime soon done this winter, we always got this spring or this summer coming. If all goes good. All right, Greg. Appreciate you, brother. Half Pace Outdoors and Homestead will be live in the evening around 8 p.m. Eastern with some updates and info. Okay, 8 p.m. I'll be able to make it then. I'll stay in for the whole thing. Sure do appreciate you being there for me tonight. All right, hey, go ahead, Steve. Tell us your advice. I was getting ready to cut the stream off, but we want to hear what you got to say. Yeah, we're staying here. We're trying to figure out. What do you got for us, Steve? He said 1 second up here earlier. I'm not sure exactly. He said something about some advice. Have some new advice for y'all, though, from something that just happened. You got that right, Zach. Yeah, we're all kind of sitting here in anticipation, right? What? Oh, come on. Keep my set on Tuesday, you think? Yeah, I can do it at Tuesday at 8 o'clock or something like that. You reckon he's just doing that so he can stay on past 3 o'clock, 3 hours? We're past 1 minute mark of 3 hours now. 3 hours and 1 minute. I was getting ready to get on out of here, and he said something. Okay. There he is. Mo's still with us too. She's waiting in anticipation. Yeah, I think I'll. Word from the wise. Alright, let's see what he's got going on. Courtney is watching some of my oldest vids. My SEO tags and metadata on those old videos are horrid. I had no idea what I was doing at the time. If I fix that, those videos will get all new views. Right, okay. Thumbnails help a ton too, right? Yeah. Greg said word from the wise. And yeah, you can change thumbnails pretty easily. Yeah, Carrie Boo, I know you was talking about. We can do. I know you don't own a Tuesday night live spot. It's no big deal. We can do it live stream on Tuesday nights. You can do it at your time. I'll do it at my time. Things will work out for us all, I'm sure. Right, update your old videos with what you have learned since then. New titles, thumbnails, metadata, and YouTube will re-promote them as new content. Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Go back through your old vids and update the names, tags, thumbnails. YouTube kicks them off like new vids again. I brought a bunch back to life lately doing that. Right. Yeah. Just like I was thinking about taking... like my first 2 or 3 videos that I put out there is only like a minute, 2 minutes long. I thought about putting them all together. and just making one video out of it, kind of like little shorts or something, but one video. Yeah, audit your own content. If a video in your library is no longer being watched, fix it so that it does. Reshare it even. Why, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that makes a whole lot of sense. Edit old stuff, without a doubt, it will bring in new people, no doubt. And the end of the year is a great time to do that. That makes a whole lot of sense. Right. Clean up the channel and refits for the next year's performance. That makes a lot of sense. It sure does. Thanks for the tip, Steve. Really appreciate it. But go ahead and get out of here. Once again, really appreciate everybody stopping by. A good, close, tight-knit community here. And yep, like I said, I think from now on we're going to try to do Frontier Tuesdays or something like that. We'll come up with a stream name for the Tuesday night streams. Maybe it'd be Frontier Tuesdays. Maybe we'll come up with something else. I do like that though. And we'll try to, it might not be every Tuesday, but we'll try to make it a dedicated nightly stream, weekly stream every Tuesday around 8 p.m., no later than 9. Appreciate everybody coming by, stopping by. Appreciate you, Half Pace Outdoors and Homestead. Appreciate the Huntsman, Mo Homesteading, Hot Wings Outdoor Life, Wolf's Den Bushcraft and Survival, or Wolf's Den Outdoors. They were here earlier. Geo Bushcraft and everybody that stopped by. Appreciate you. And we will see you next Tuesday, hopefully. If not before then. But remember, you got to have drive to survive. Good night, all.